So Linda, chapter 3 is really the core of the book. It talks about all of the 6 principles and gives lots of ideas for classroom practices. If you could boil it down a little bit, what would be some of the critical techniques and classroom practices that you'd like teachers to use?
Yes, I think that principle 3 is all about developing well-organized lesson planning. That's at the heart of all of our teaching. So one of the pieces in there, under practice 3A, talks about developing language objectives as well as developing content objectives. And there's quite a bit of explication and examples in the book of the difference between a language objective and a content objective, how to go about creating them so that we can start writing those objectives ourselves and sharing that knowledge with other teachers. The other principle that I think is really helpful to classroom teachers is how to adapt our instruction in the middle of delivering a lesson. So while we're seeing that the students around us, some of whom may be with us, others may not. So we need to be checking their comprehension constantly, and we have practical examples of how to do that. We also have examples of how to adjust our teacher language.
The teacher talk.
Teacher talk. How to change the task or add to the task in certain ways in order to scaffold it for learners who aren't with us. And also some material supports that we might want to provide, and maybe some social supports that we could provide to increase the comprehensibility of the lesson.
And so I think the vision was that this particular chapter in the book in general is not just for teachers of the English language, but for teachers of English language learners, right?
Absolutely. Because across the United States right now, ELL students are spending a great deal of time in classrooms with content teachers. And it's really imperative, and I think school districts know that more teachers become familiar with the techniques that are necessary to teach content and language simultaneously. And I think chapter 3 really provides a good sounding for that.
Good foundation for it.
Good foundation, exactly.